If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 100 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with an away game at the Stadium of Light against Sunderland. Unfortunately, I was planning on doing a special video for episode number 100, but obviously with the fact that I was away this weekend, or the weekend just gone, I didn't actually have time to put something together. So unfortunately, it's just a normal episode for number 100, and then maybe we'll think about doing something special for the next milestone. But for now, we'll concentrate on this game against Sunderland. They're playing a 4-1-4-1 with Luke de Jong up top, obviously former Bayern Mönchengladbach and former, well, he moved from Mönchengladbach to PSV, or PSV, in real life in the summer just gone, but obviously now we're in the 4th season here in FIFA, and he's found his way over to England. He's kind of moved halfway to Holland and then completed the journey from Germany to the BPL by moving from PSV to Sunderland. But we get off to a decent start. Cassada, unfortunately, though, can't quite find the bottom corner. 12 minutes in, a decent opening first chance, but a snapshot goes wide of the post. Kind of bobbled past the post rather than hitting it quite cleanly and firing it towards that bottom corner. But Georgiev finds Michael Woods here, gets past the defender. Good shot, but Kostel Pantilimon draws a very good save out of himself. And obviously, he's very, very tall, Pantilimon, and you really have to be quite accurate with your finishing to make sure that you are going to get it past the man. But Jenkins Chikowi here again looking for that far top corner, and again Pantilimon diving at full stretch to fingertip it away, and then Sunderland decided to come forward themselves. We kind of dominated the opening half an hour or so, and then they found themselves pushing forward a little bit. Adam Johnson completely schools me at that far right hand side, and then Luke de Jong with the header hits the bar. That was the closest either side had come to that point. Adam Johnson was clearly being heavily involved here, and Luke de Jong playing the ball about nicely. I couldn't cope with the first time passing. They hit the bar or post again, and then it goes across to Adam Johnson, and he puts in the rebound. This time the ball goes in their favour rather than bouncing in my favour when it comes back off the woodwork. So we head into the second half, trying to get something from this corner if we possibly can. I initially wanted to try and get the header in at the near post, but it went away, and we were able to build another move. Georgiev gets it into Cassada. Good strength to hold off the defender. But Pantilimon again with an unbelievable top left-hand side fingertip save. You see him go up here. It's bending away from him, and he's at full stretch again. I just couldn't find a way past the man. So we had the corner afterwards. Spaller's going to win the header, and tipped over the top again by the Romanian giant in goal. Could not believe how we hadn't been able to find a way past him so far. Luke Berry and Hector Bellerin came on just after the Almuck with about 22-23 minutes still to play, trying to make the add a little bit more pace into the side out wide to try and freshen up the attacking sense, and then Luke Berry with some fresh legs through the middle to try and give us the impetus down that particular channel as well. Berry involved here with Georgiev. He is left-footed. Georgiev hits the inside of the post here, and then they clear it through Roberts. That was the closest we'd come to a goal in the second half, other than a couple of very good saves by Pantilimon. They made a change there, bringing on Mandron for Luke de Jong, but we were trying our best to get ourselves an equaliser here. Jenkins Chikowi stands the ball up. Schmidt with the header, but it flashes past the post and unfortunately out for a goal kick. That was the closest we were going to come between then and the end of the game, and somehow we lose the game 1-0 after completely dominating it. They earned their goal, to be fair. They had a nice spell at the end of the first half and deserved to score from that, but we deserved to score at least 2 or 3 goals in that game, and it could quite possibly have been 3 or 4-1 in our favour. So wasn't necessarily in the best of spirits heading into this next game against Tottenham, and obviously they're having an extremely good season right now, currently 1 point behind the league leaders Manchester United. They're in second on 48 points, and we sit just outside the European spots with a few games to go left in the season. Obviously we're starting a bit of a rotation side after the game against Sunderland. This was a midweek game, I think, as we come into this one on the back of the Sunderland defeat, unfortunately. As you can see, though, heavy rain, which was quite frustrating, but we'll try our best to play some nice football, and they're playing Adebayor up top, and I didn't expect that. They got Mario Gomez on the bench. I'm not really too sure where Roberto Soldado is in this 4th season, but Tottenham, well, as you might expect, going to have the better of the first few chances. Paulinho and Lewis Holtby linking up well before finding Emmanuel Adebayor. Just hits that with no backlift whatsoever, almost with his back to goal, and it flies off the post. It was a very, very good strike, but he was a little bit unlucky there. The fact that it came out off the woodwork would have been a spectacular goal had it gone in. And then he gets another chance here and hits the woodwork again for the second time in the opening 8 minutes. So Tottenham definitely on top in the opening few. Then we were going to get into the game a little bit quicker than Sunderland did in the previous one. Cassida having a little bit of luck with the way it came back to him off the defender. But Afobe, obviously the Arsenal player on loan here, playing against his parent club's biggest rivals, draws a good save out of Hugo Lloris. And then Tottenham came at me again. Kai Walker this time getting the better of the man, although I'm not too sure whether that was a foul or not on Greg Taylor. Perhaps should have been, and Paulinho perhaps put off by the man sliding in front of him, and that might have done enough to make him get his angles wrong. Fires it across goal and out for a goal kick rather than finding that bottom corner. So into the second half we went. Phobes actually could play a really good through ball here. I thought it was quite poorly played, but unfortunately for Eric Dyer, he's not the fastest, and he tries to just kind of outmuscle me and just completely misses the man, and then out of frustration, I suppose, just gives him a shirt tug, pull of the shirt, and unfortunately for him, despite the fact that the first instance of the shirt tugging was outside the box, you see from the replay here, he actually then goes for an even bigger tug there as he gets into the box. Then Cassida goes down. Definitely a penalty, perhaps question of a red card or not, although it was heading away from goal. But Michael O'Halloran, as you can see, puts the ball into the back of the net from the penalty spot, and we get ourselves a 1-0 lead. Now, Tottenham have hit the post twice already and come close through Paulinho, and then Lewis Holtby is going to hit the bar. So they could quite possibly be 3-1 up here, Tottenham, or maybe even 4-1 if Paulinho had found the bottom corner. But for now, we still maintain our 1-0 lead. This is kind of roles reversed from the first game. Andros Townsend gets played in by Lewis Holtby. He finds Mario Gomez. They hit the bar again for the fourth time in the game. They've hit the woodwork. It's ridiculous. They're into almost the very last minute now and into stoppage time. As you can see, +5 added on though. So there's still plenty of football left to be played. Chuitis plays the ball over the top. Lewis Holtby with the header over the top of the goalkeeper, and they steal a point. Though to be fair, it's not really stealing a point when you've hit the woodwork 4 times. They did definitely deserve the point, although it was just extremely frustrating that it came in the manner that it did, with a last-minute header that looped over my goalkeeper that had been in decent form throughout the game. But we jump into the second home game of the episode, third game all told, against another London side, this time at home against West Ham. They're not having the best of seasons so far. They're down in 15th, although only 10 points behind us, so it's not too much of a gap between, kind of the top and the bottom sides, those that are just outside Europe and those that are just outside the relegation zone. Starting a stronger side in this one, though, as you can see, Georgiev back up top. Schmidt, though, into the starting lineup for the tired Cassida. Spauller still out wide with Aguilar and Woods through the middle. And West Ham obviously going to start with Andy Carroll up top, as you might expect. And they're playing actually a very narrow 4-1-2-1-2 with Mauro Zarate alongside him, and then Mirzievski. I'm not really too sure whether I've pronounced that right. You'll have to correct me in the comments by spelling it phonetically if you possibly can, although I'm not really too sure how to pronounce Polish names like that. I believe he's Polish anyway. I might be completely wrong with that as well. But it's a nice ball over the top to Andy Carroll here, and well, shot power is definitely one of his strong suits, and power the ball into the back of the net there. Nothing Pedro Galese could do about that one. Unfortunately, we find ourselves going 1-0 down in this one quite early on, and then Fernandez comes down the right-hand side. I thought I'd been able to get it away from him, but then somehow it breaks back to a West Ham player. I think it was Mirzievski there that passed it off to Andy Carroll, this time shooting with his right foot, and this time Galese was able to palm it around the post and away for safety, but unfortunately for them, nothing came from the corner. So we're trying to get ourselves an equaliser if we can. Schmidt turns inside really nicely here, has the shot, but he kind of cuts across it, and it bends away from goal as it's flying towards that top corner. So unfortunately, it didn't quite find the back of the net, and actually Adrian probably had his angles covered had it been on target anyway, but angles definitely weren't covered for that Maiga goal, and to be fair, what a goal it was. First time hit, absolutely thumps it into that top corner. It just bobbles up just there, sits up beautifully for him to hit that first time, and I don't care how good your goalkeeper is. Galace's been in brilliant form this season, but he's not getting anywhere near that, and no goalkeeper would have gotten anywhere near that. Flies into the top corner, so much power behind it, so much accuracy, a brilliant finish, and that makes it West Ham 2, Cambridge United 0. But Galese did get up to the top right-hand corner at the second time of asking, this time to push away the chance for West Ham to go 3-0 in front. A decent effort, and it was headed towards that top corner, although perhaps might have actually hit the woodwork and gone out, but Pedro wasn't to know that and had to make sure that he got something on it, pushed it around the corner, and again, nothing came from West Ham's particular set piece out wide. But Spauller stands the ball up here, looking for Georgiev. Keeper committed and then kind of went back, and we were unlucky not to score there, but it broke to Luke Berry. We were able to get ourselves one back. I tried to pick the ball up here so I could rush back to the centre circle to take a quick kick-off. Unfortunately, though, it didn't quite work out, and neither did the final few minutes. So we do get a defeat from this one. So 2 defeats and only a draw in the middle game in today's episode. Not the best of form right now, and that drops us down to 9th. So I wasn't really too sure What went wrong in today's episode? We had plenty of chances in all of the games. We just couldn't find the back of the net. And if it weren't for the woodwork in the Tottenham game, we might have lost all three today. So we're in a bit of dodgy spell of form right now. We're still only, though, 5 points away from the European spot. So it's not all gone this season so far whatsoever. There's still 12 games left, so plenty of points left to play for. We'll have to wait and see what we can do between now and the end of the season. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. We're closing in on 60,000 subscribers. It'd be great if we could hit that within the next week or so. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, with you guys being back at school and work, etc. after the Easter holidays. Growth has kind of slowed down a little bit, but hopefully we can hit 60k sooner rather than later, and I might just do a Q&A when we hit that milestone. I haven't yet decided, but that'll be all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, like I say. Check the description for my links to my Twitch, because I'll be streaming Football Manager later on tonight, and to my Twitter to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me. But for now, I will see you next time.
Newcastle United.